Welcome to this WordPress Essentials session. I'm Jason Hawkins and today we're going to take you through widgets. Widgets are very powerful bits of functionality and displayed content in your site that can be reused in different parts of your website. Quite commonly you'll see it in sidebars in your post newsfeed page where you can do search, display recent posts, different elements, display categories, maps, newsletter signups, all that different little bits of functionality you would use on your site. Very powerful. We use widgets for that, and WordPress, it's been in the WordPress ecosystem for many, many years. So let's take a look at a few examples. I'll show you through that sidebar, have a look at some footers, how we edit, add and remove widget elements and allocate widgets to particular parts of your site. So I'll take you through those basics in the screen shares now, and I'll flick you across to our screen flow now. As you work on your website, you may notice a few parts of your content that you can't easily access. They seem to be hidden on the site. Now, one example of that is if I have a look over at a sample site of one of ours, is if I look on the news page, which is the news feed page, I see all my news posts all nicely stacked here, and then I click through to view a individual article, and then there's these elements down the side panel. So this sidebar, we call it in WordPress. This is made up of what we call widgets. Now, widgets are powerful little bits of functionality and content that either the theme brings to the table or the different plugins bring to the table to enable you to display different bits of content in a very cool way. At a very basic level, if I look at the WordPress 2019 theme, the base theme with nothing in it, down the bottom of the page in the footer area, so here down, here's my widgets. There's a search widget, there's my most recent post widget, there's recent comments, archives, categories, tags, and additional metadata. So where do I go to actually edit those? There is in the admin area, obviously, under appearance, we go down to widgets. And in some instances, some themes will use this extensively, like really extensively. Others will not use it much at all. In fact, they won't have widgets activated at all. But it really just does depend on the theme that you choose. In this case, 2019 has the footer widgets. Now, I've just shown you that there is a whole bunch of widgets already just being displayed here, not very styled. Not styled at all. In fact, they're looking pretty damn basic. If I go back to here, it's a simple case of if I want to remove them, just open and delete. Open, delete, open, delete, open, delete. So if I now, that's automatically saved that as it's gone. So if I go and actually refresh my home page, you can see now that these widgets are gone. So there's only 3 widgets there. They are the same as the widgets that are displayed here. Usually you can change the title of the widget as it displays. So my search, I'll save that. Recent posts, my posts, change that to 3 or 2. And you can, some widgets have different options. I'm going to display post date and save that. And comments, I only want to display last 2 comments. Okay, so that's now saved. I'm going to display that. Refresh. So you can see now it's gone my search, my posts, the post title with the date and the comments, and there's a comment there. It's actually a really powerful tool. I've got an example of this on another site from a site we built last year. that I showed before. So this has a side panel, and it also has footer widgets. We'd call them widget areas. So if we're building a custom template from scratch with a designer, we would go, hey, we want the footer to have 4 separate widget areas, or the sidebar to have a full widget area down the side panel. Can be very, very powerful. If I look at how this side is set up with its widgets, over here we've got, if you're moving through the cart process, WooCommerce does a shopping cart update process here. Product filtered, product categories. Here's my sidebar. So here's my that's displayed on the home page. Actually, on the news post page, MailChimp has a widget, brilliant for newsletter signups. So you can pretty much just install your MailChimp plugin, and then a widget will appear in this list that you can add into your sidebar. So you wanted to add another widget into here. It's a case of just drag and drop. Yeah. And you'll put in this case it's weather, so it's asking me for latitude and longitude and a whole bunch of info here. I won't do that now, but you get the idea. Some plugins use widgets, others don't, and as I said earlier, some themes use widgets more often than not. But if you're really hunting to edit some of these content items, then the place to look is appearance and then widgets.